Hello and welcome. In this video, we will learn about the ternary operator. Okay. Now this ternary operator can be used to replace simple if-else statements. Alright. So let us check it out. I'm going to write if-else statement first. Okay. So I'll say const marks is equal to 18 initially, and I'll say if marks is greater than or equal to 40, then I'll say console.log you pass the exam. Alright. So next I'll say else console.log you failed the exam. Alright. So now let us check the result. I'll run this to get you failed the exam because marks is 18. So I'll increase this to 48 and run it to get you passed the exam. Okay. Now I will comment this out. Alright. So I will comment this out so that I can show you the difference between this if-else statement and ternary statement. Now whatever we did using this if-else block, we'll try to achieve it using ternary statement. Okay, ternary operator. Now ternary operator goes something like this. We'll have a condition first which has to be checked, and then a question mark, and then statement which has to be executed if true, and statement that has to be executed if false, and this have to be separated by a colon. Okay, so this is a colon, not a semicolon. This and this has to be separated by a colon. All right. So now what is the condition that we want to check? We want to check this, correct? So let me just copy this from here and paste it here. So this is the condition, all right, which has to be checked. And then which statement should be executed if this is true, this, correct? You passed the exam, correct? You passed the exam. So let me copy this. Let me copy this here. Okay. And then what has to be executed if this condition is false? This, correct? This. All right. Yes. This. So let me have it in quotes. Let me have it in quotes like this. All right. So this is how the ternary operator goes. So first we have to have condition which has to be checked, and then the statement which has to be executed if it is true, and the one which has to be executed if it is false. All right. But then as we have to log this, or print it out, I have to copy entire thing. Okay. Or in other words, the entire thing must be executed, or this has to be executed in order to get the output, correct? And this has to be executed to get the output if it is false. All right, so let me hit an enter here so that it comes in two separate lines. But this is how the syntax of ternary operator goes. Okay, so what you have here gets you the exact result that this gets. All right, so let me run this and show you. I'll hit run, and as the marks is 48, it gets you this result. Okay, so the statement to the left of the colon will be executed if the condition gets you true. If the condition comes out as false, then the statement after the colon or to the right of the colon will be executed. All right, to the right of the colon will be executed. And this is how the ternary operator goes. Alright. So and as we have 1, 2 and 3 parameters here, it is called as ternary operator. Okay, ternary operator. All right. Yes. So you can see this is pretty simple than this. Correct? This is pretty simple than this. Of course, we have use of if else when the number of blocks goes in large number. But when it is simple, then you can ignore if else and use this. Okay, instead of if else statements, you can use ternary operator. All right. Next, you can also store the result of this. You can also store the result of this and print it out. So let me show you how it is done. Okay. So let me once again comment this out. Let me comment this. All right. Yeah. So here I'll say const. Okay. Const result is equal to I'll say marks condition. Now I'm going to type in the condition marks greater than is equal to 40 and I'll have a question mark here and then I'll say passed. Okay, passed or failed. All right, failed. So this is what I'll be having. In the next line I'll say console.log result. Okay, I'm going to print whatever is stored in the result. All right. So let me run this and you can see failed is printed because the marks is 18 and as it is less than 40, this is stored in result. Okay. So failed is stored in result and it is printed out. Whereas if I have 78, this is true or this comes out as true and so whatever is on the left of the colon is stored in the variable result and that is printed out in the next line. Okay. So this is how you can store the result of ternary operator in a variable and print it out. Okay. Yes. Next, you can also have this in template literal. Okay, so let me show you that. Let me comment this out too. Yes, okay, and this. So here I'll say console.log. All right, and here in tick you the exam. All right, you the exam. So when I run it, you can see I got you the exam. Now you dash, you passed or failed, correct? So I'll have dollar symbol and then this. So you know about this, correct? You know about this. So inside this bracket, I'll have the ternary operator. So I'll say marks greater than or equal to 40. Okay, and then question mark and passed or failed. All right. So inside this bracket, I have this. Okay. So what happens is this will be evaluated, and if it comes out as true, then this will be printed out in the place of this. Okay. If this comes out as false, then this will be printed out in place of this. Okay, so let us check it out. So marks is currently 78 and when I run it, you passed the exam. So this comes out as true and so this is printed out in the place of this. All right. Next, let me have only 8 and when I run it, you failed the exam. So this comes out as false and so failed is printed out in the console.log. All right. So this is how you can use the ternary operator instead of or to evaluate something and get result. All right. Yes. So go ahead and practice the things that we have learnt in this video. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care and thank you for watching.